Go ahead, Bryce.
What's up, Ethan? Is that your car?
Yeah, I was driving, so I had to pull over. So how can I help you?
I was calling to chat, man.
Okay.
Hey.
You're really trying to do the right thing. My suggestion would be is to immediately hire yourself a criminal defense lawyer, because this week I'm absolutely referring crimes over the AG. What you're doing, you can use whatever words you want to try and use, Bryce. You're what you've done is unconscionable. There's no excuse. None. So go ahead.
Oh, dude, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, like, no matter what I say or do, like, this
is your comment. Go ahead. I'm not going to say say anything you want.
No, you have your opinions formed based off of things you've heard.
No. You're trying to see what you're trying to do is you try and gaslight and reshape people.
No, I'm not, dude. Like, I take accountability and ownership. Have I made poor business decisions? 100%. Have I screwed things up to where it's affected other people? 100%. I'm not trying to put blame on anyone else. What I will say is there are two sides to every story, and you know that as a journalist. And it's not fair to report on a story without knowing both sides of it,
do drugs
and just assuming truth from somebody.
No, you're missing the whole point. You've been given like 20 opportunities to comment. What do you think all those texts are? You think I do that to just text? No, what you don't seem to understand, bro, is this isn't investigative journalism. This is causational journalism. It's different, which means that it's a transparent pipe of it's linear, dude. So everything gets told as it goes. I understand you don't. But wait a second. So we're clear. You've had so many opportunities to comment. You have an opportunity to comment right now. You can say anything you want about Stephanie, about the $28,000 you owe to your rep right now that I'm going to talk to Nextlink publicly about today. The money that, the fact your contract itself is in violation of Idaho labor law and you use it as an artifice to commit crimes. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, like, I don't need to comment on.
You just
Stephanie,
said you wanted tell both sides of the story. Go ahead. What's your side?
I know, but I don't need both sides. Like I don't need to, and I don't know the laws. Like, if again, I'm not going to tell you why Stephanie was terminated. I'm not going to go through that and defend our side of it. Like, that's not.
You just did yesterday.
Doesn't need to be aired on.
You just did yesterday. That's also going in the podcast.
I said one thing. You're correct.
Okay, so let's talk about the Nextlink situation. What's your comment on that? What's that? You've been your main rep that Lucas just texted. I think it was yesterday, or the day before, and he got rid of him. I spent 20 minutes with him on the phone. He sent me all kinds of documents, and according to him, you guys owe him almost $28,000 in Nextlink deals. So I'm going to propose.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar of a main rep one, and I'm not familiar of Lucas getting rid of anybody.
Well, you want me to fill you in so you have an opportunity to comment? Yeah. Okay, sure. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. So this guy was, let's see. I'll tell you exactly who he is because he's already gone public with me. His name's Larry Walker. You know Larry?
I know Larry well.
Okay. So Larry alleges that you owe him $28,000 right now in Nextlink commissions. So what I'm going to propose to the CEO of Nextlink today on today's show is that they claw you guys back and pay him. What do you think of that?
So I think that's ridiculous.
Caught in a way, yes, caught in a way, but I'm still drifting far away. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going, a little with this and a little with that, that's for sure, but I'm still drowning far away from you.
And to us, like, I mean, again, I'm going to call him and have a conversation. He's just not reasonable. Like, I don't think that he'll talk to me in a reasonable manner and have a conversation with me. But I'm willing to try. Because, like, again, every story has two sides of it, too. You know, he sits there and, you know, interviewed our call center manager. Well, but what?
Damn.
She's recruiting again. You knew this. It's on his podcast.
I haven't seen any of his podcasts, to be honest with you, bro.
He's got a website, and we fired our call center manager, and then her final paycheck was coming, and he interviewed her about how we don't pay and all this saga. And it's like, does he know why she got fired? She got fired because she was one of the reasons that pay was delayed, because we told her to cut call center staffing, and she doubled call center staffing, and our overhead was 3 times the amount that it should have been. Like, and that's why we let her go. And that she set up a group chat outside of, like, the company with all the people there, telling them not to listen to me or Lane and only to listen to her. And so, like, that, like, a clear mind would go, oh, well, that's probably someone that I don't want. Like, they caused pay to be late because they cost the company X amount of money. Right? Like, there's things like that, and there's just two sides to all of it. And I wish he would just cool his jets for the next 2 weeks, because he doesn't know me very well. If he thinks I'm a scam artist and don't pay people, there's 100 people you could call right now, and they could tell you everything that I've done for them, and I probably do too much, and that's what puts us in some funky situation. You know, like, anyway. And there's two sides to every story. Like, half the people that are claiming there was another guy that he's claiming that he's the one that got this other guy paid, and it's like, no, this other guy got paid before you even got involved in it, 1, and 2, you want to act like he was really owed money. Like, the dude used my fucking car and got a DUI in it and got it impounded. Like know the whole story before you sit here and just accuse people. Yeah, on paper, maybe he's owed some commissions. But there's backstories of advances and helping with this. Or how about another guy that claims that we owe him $300? But he's not talking about how we paid $4,800 a year and a half ago for his therapy because he was a broken individual and we just cared for him. Or how about another guy that's claiming we owe him tens of thousands of dollars, but what he's not saying is that he stole one of our other managers' credit cards and rang up 21 grand on that credit card, and we paid that credit card off for that rep.
Damn.
Like, again, there's two sides to every story, and he claims to be an investigative reporter, and investigative reporters get both sides before they go out and make accusations and stuff, and they need to hear both sides of it, and he's not doing that. And all I want is him to, I'm not telling it, I don't care what he does. It is what it is. He's making a fool for himself in this industry as well as me, and that's fine. I expect it, but, like, these ISPs don't like him reaching out, and they call BS, and, like, again, they know the other side of everything. You know, he creates a video on his podcast. He talks about how he's mentally unstable in the very beginning of it. So is anybody going to take him serious anyway? Serious,
that is true.
And now Stephanie, and all I can imagine is that I don't know if he went and got his own contracts to go do door to door, but now that call center manager that got in contact with is messaging all our people saying, hey, I got a different contract, you can go do da-da-da-da, and it's like, well, there's about 20 breaches in the contract that was signed by everybody, and there's a confidentiality agreement, and there's also a non-compete, which you can't do that, like they can go sell for whoever, but there is, like, you can't take company data, and so the fact that they've taken company employee information, that's how he's gotten all this information from people, like, all those are breaches, and it literally says in section 17 of the contract that every one of those occurs, it constitutes for a $50,000 fine.
Damn.
In restitution. And every person that's onboarded with our company is signed in. So it's like, I mean, part of me wants him to keep going because he says that I owe people $200,000. Well, like he can he can pay it all because he's going to owe me that if he keeps breaching the contract. So, I'm not trying to be an asshole about it either. Like, all I want him to do is pause for a couple weeks, dude, while I can fix this business and show true character, right? But
I mean, I guess what I could suggest, I mean, the thing with it is, like, my piece of
he's been paid in full, too.
Yeah. No, I understand that, yeah. He did say he got, like, paid this week or whatever. I think with it is Gordon is very, how to word, sometimes, like, the phrase, it's very Semitic, I guess I would say the term, like, whether it can be contrived or not, but he's very, like, what he believes is anti-corruption, and for him, like, anytime he feels like there's any sort of aspect on that, like, I've argued with him, like, heavily on things, like, it's like, you know, I'm like, hey, like, we should just probably orient towards business.
So what's
like,
your advice?
What I would say, honestly, if I were you, that sort of thing, just I would toss out in the air. I would just finish for me and my brother, then those ones. I would just, if I was in your position.
But now he's sending a text message that he's got 20 more people that he's going to...
Oh, I don't know how.
He's messaged our entire company.
Damn.
Because Stephanie gave him contacts.
Damn. I mean, I could ask Gordon if you guys can, like, talk on the phone, that sort of thing. I can't tell you that he's not going to, like, scream or yell, that sort of thing, but, like...
Well, I don't care if he screams and yells.
Yeah.
He listens to, like, I'll hear him. What you should do is do that for me. Like, just say, hey, dude, I just talked to Bryce. Like, he's trying to right the ship. What's going on is actually hurting him trying to right the ship. There's two sides to every story. You should have a conversation with him. Like, he got you paid in full, like, and you know, I was against what I was told to do, but I did it because that's what I think is right? And so I like, I'm doing everything I can. I got you most of the dollars and cents. The other part of it too, I'm not saying this to, like I said, as soon as this check comes in the mail, I'll give it to you. It's supposed to be there on Thursday. I apologize.
We're fine. I guess the part that was frustrating to me, and you have to admit, were with the kind of the ACH, I looked at the bank records, and it was a wire sent, like, the next Monday. So there's, like,
do you know why it was sent?
Why?
And you can call the bank and confirm this. So I submitted an ACH. I submitted multiple ACHs. And when you send an ACH to a person for the first time, there is a 2 to 4 day business day wait for the account to get verified, and then it sends out. So realistically, it doesn't send out for 3 to 6 days. So I submitted it, and you're like, I didn't get it. I researched it. I canceled it, and I wired it to you. So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
And you can call the bank and verify that, and if you'd like to call them with me, they can verify with it. Trust me, I was on the phone for that entire week, like 20 hours with the bank, figuring things out. We switched banks. It is what it is.
No,
I get it. So I understand that frustration. I understand all the frustrations. I'm not denying any of it. Like, I'm not denying that things are a fucking mess right now.
No, I understand.
And I don't need to go into why they're a mess. It is what it is. Ultimately, it's poor business decisions, and I need to fix them, and I'm working on fixing them, but I can't fix them when somebody's making it even worse for me. Like, when people want money, you can't hinder my ability to make money to then fix that, right? Like, it just doesn't it doesn't work well. And so, like, you know, and in reality, the contract says, like, and I'm not saying this because we're obviously not doing it, we just paid, but on the contract says that if you were to quit or stop selling, that one, you forfeit any future commission. It also says that any owed commissions, there's a 90-day hold until chargeback's clear. And so, like, the reality of it is like, we could have held that to that standard, and we didn't. And, like, I don't want... Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not arguing, and I'm not trying to prove my point. What I'm trying to do is put a pause on this guy's fucking shit so I can fix the business and make things right, because all he's doing is hurting it.
No, I understand with that. I guess with with Gordon, it's like sometimes it's like how do I word it? Like I'm good bros with him, but it's really hard for me to convince him to do something he doesn't want. Like, so for the whole aspect of it, like if I can kind of explain to you a point of perspective, like this is in his eyes, whether you agree or disagree with it, like he views this as corruption, and he feels like he was chosen by God to like expose corruption. So like what, like, you know what I mean?
Maybe if he understood all the things that I've done for people, he would.
I think if you had a heart to heart with him, like I think that's kind of.
I want him to be able to have I want him to be able to have a conversation with me and actually hear the other side of the story and realize, hey, dude, this guy's not an asshole. And he doesn't like owing people money. And he's doing everything that he can to fix the shit that's gone wrong in the last couple months. Honestly, the last year. I mean, it started last year when we didn't get paid on 4,300 accounts.
Damn.
Like, you want to go corruption, I could give him a great story there.
You would honestly, if you had a corruption story, you'd honestly probably, no joke, dude, you'd actually probably post it like that. Like, go, like he very much. I mean, you obviously right now he's a pretty interesting guy. I think the best thing with it is like, so you, like, how do I word it? Like, so I guess I'd say you said you're waiting on that check. Like you posted Thursday, so you should get it by Monday or something like that.
Oh no, I was supposed to get it by Thursday. It hasn't come yet though, so it should be here any day. Like, it's snail mail, and as soon as it comes, I'll give you your money. Like, that's just reality.
Because my brother's starting to hamp on me pretty heavy about it too. And then I guess I'd say I can't, like, I think he said, like, I know he's got us all in like a group chat or some shit, like
he's gonna post a bunch of shit on the internet tomorrow, and I'm trying to stop him from doing that.
I just, like, I've tried talking on that sort of thing. I'm like, hey, like, we shouldn't do, you know what I mean? And I'm like, he's like, hey, dude, like, don't get between me and my journalism.
Can you call him and tell him that you had a conversation with me and see if he's willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. Yeah, I just want to like I feel like this is becoming like something really big, and I just want to get, like, I don't want like to be in anybody's smoke or anything like that. I just want to like help my brother get paid, get what's left on my end, and get paid set aside.
Your brother is getting paid regardless, and unfortunately, you're in the smoke because he says that he's your partner.
Yeah, no, I understand. So, yeah,
like that's the reality of it. I just want to have I'll just try calling him, but I'd rather you preface it so you know about this conversation. And I don't know. I mean, and maybe you feel the same way as him, but you don't want to tell me. But it's fine.
I do. I don't really necessarily feel the same way as him. I do feel like, I thought with I guess you told me the ACH was different. I do feel like, I mean, you know better than me. I feel like there has maybe been a little bit of disingenuousness. Like, I was frustrated when I drove an hour yesterday over to the office, and
100%.
I was like, fuck, like,
I understand that, and I thought, and that's on me, dude, and it's on me for not communicating with Lucas too, but it's on me. I thought our last conversation, I told you, when I talked, I said, let's not meet today because I don't have it. As soon as it clears our account, I'll call you and we can meet up that day. Did we not have that conversation?
No, so essentially what we said was, I guess at least what it was prefaced is what I...
No, that's my fault.
Yeah.
We don't need to...
Yeah, no, it's fine, yeah.
If I didn't say it, I didn't say it. I can tell you that I never... Well, I can't say I'm never, because that's a lie. But I can tell you that I'm not a disingenuous, the word whatever, person. When I tell you something... the problem is I depend on other people, right? So
yeah, no, I understand.
If somebody says, hey, I sent you this check and it'll be here on this day, so then that sets the expectation for me, and so then I call you and say, hey, I got a check coming, I can give you money on this day. And then when it doesn't happen, I look like the bad guy to you, but in reality it rolls uphill.
No, that makes sense, yeah.
And an example is like, I've been waiting on a different thing to bail out the company with some capital, like an investor that I don't really need to be repeated or whatever. But that, I've been told something for for 2 months, and it's always, next week, which it's just not happening anymore. The point is like, for like a month, I was telling people, oh yeah, we're out of the woodworks, here it is, and then it doesn't happen, and it's all based off of something that I'm told. And so another example is another ISP 2 weeks ago. Like, I was like, hey, we're gonna have our deposit on the 1st, like we're supposed to, correct? Yes. Okay, that's confirmed. I want to make sure it's confirmed. I don't want to find out the day before that it's not. And then what happens the day before? They're like, yeah, you're not going to get your deposit tomorrow. It'll be the next day. And then, so I tell everybody that after I already told them one day, and then it's the next day, and the next day comes and it doesn't land. I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, oh, we put the wrong business name on it. And I'm like, what the hell? And I don't get it. And so it was supposed to land on a Monday or a Wednesday. And it didn't land until the following Monday. And so there's 5 days that I'm telling people, tomorrow. I have no control over that. And so then I look like the asshole. And every part of this is backed up through communications and emails. It's not like, it's not an intentional thing, but it looks like intentional because I'm the message carrier, right? And they have a contract with me, and I need to hold them accountable. And what solves it all is just having a healthy business that has capital in the bank, to where I can still pay our people if our payroll's a day late, right? Like, if we get an invoice a day late, I should still be able to pay your people on time. The problem is last year we lost all that money in all those accounts.
So it's 4,200 deals? That's crazy, bro. Damn.
Tell me about it, dude. $1.6 million. So yes, very, very crazy. And,
well,
and a lot of it got paid out of our capital that we had, but then we don't have reserves.
Yeah,
and
that makes
since
sense.
Then we've never had enough reserves, and so when somebody pays us late, unfortunately, it has a trickle down effect, and it's like a ripple effect. And none of that's about genuineness or not. It's just facts. It's just like, if we don't, and that's why when you started selling Optimum a year ago, we paid weekly, week after install, on a net 30. Like, we didn't wait into net 30 because we had the capital to float it. We don't have that now, and that's why when you started selling Optimum, we're like, dude, it pays on a net 30, which really realistically is like 45 to 60 days, the way that the cycles work. I was like, but we can't float it because we don't have the reserves anymore. And it's all about expectations. And anyway, it is what it is. It's also like when you have teams that say, hey, and I'm not, I'm going to use Gordon as an example, but it's not a blaming of Gordon, right? He did what he could. But, when you hear, hey, this guy's going to go to this area for the next 30 days and they'll probably rip 80 to 100 accounts, and he's there far less and he sells 16, and then he yells at me about bad leads, and the reality of it is we sent 2 other guys in there after him, and they were doing 4 to 6 accounts a day. Like, and granted, they didn't have his install rates. Whatever Gordon did to get the freaking hats off to him. Like, freaking obviously he does something right and knows what he's doing, even his quality sales, because the reality is another rep sold 40 accounts and got the same amount of installs as Gordon did, selling 16. So, like,
Yeah.
I'd rather be Gordon not burning through area, over the guy that's burning through area. And so, like, Gordon did a phenomenal job. But when I set the expectation with the ISP, like, hey, we're going to do 80 to 100 accounts this month.
And then a day that they get a little cranky about it, yeah.
Well, they get cranky, and the less urgency to pay you. And then there's also, like, incentives that got put into place, and so then you start expecting those things. You never count somebody's projections, but you count half of it. Like, if I get told you're doing 80 to 100, I'm going to go, okay, he's going to do 40 to 50, right? Like, and that, anyway, there's all kinds of variables that happen, and it's, and I'm not blaming him. Again, he sold quality accounts that got installed, and if the area was bad, then I was lied to. But he, again, wants to tell me that it was me that gave him bad leads, dude. The leads that I gave him were recently assigned to us, and I didn't know anybody had knocked them. I didn't know any better. So it's the expectation that was given to me from an ISP, and then I relay that expectation to you, which you relayed to him. And then when it's not what it is, who's the bad guy? Me. Right? Like, and that's the crazy part, is there's a whole nother part of this chain that, anyway, it is what it is. And I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know the leads were bad. I didn't know any of it because I didn't have any part of that communication, unfortunately, because I think we would have avoided a lot of this stuff that's going on, and I would have been able to go, and I think that communication probably went to somebody else and not me, and I'm the one that deals with that ISP. So anyway,
that makes sense. Yeah. So, I guess I'd say one other thing as well is, like, I know it sounds, I guess I'd say with the kind of thing that happened to you at those, like, 4,200 things, you said portion of them got paid out. I would maybe explain portion of that to,
Portion of them got paid out? I paid them to people.
No, you said, like you had 4,200 leads, like, that weren't paid out.
4,200 that we didn't get paid out from the ISP, but we paid them to people.
Oh, shit, that's like, wow, that's like, yeah. I would explain a portion of that to, like, Gordon, maybe, because Gordon is very, I guess one thing, I know it sounds kind of stupid. You ever watch Watchmen?
No, not a big TV guy.
This movie reference is I was going to say, he's very, like, a Rorschach-esque character.
Hey, Rorschach. Hey, you're pretty famous, right? Hey, you know what? I'm pretty famous, too. Ain't that right? That's right. That's right. Maybe I can give you an autograph, huh? What you say, big boy?
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
That's it! You're locked in here with me!
It's kind of what I call him sometimes.
I can tell how he is.
Yeah.
I have no problem explaining this stuff. The problem is that my only fear of telling him any of this stuff, and that, again, I don't really care, but I just don't need. If I wanted to go out there and blab my mouth about people, I would have already done that. And I don't want to go tell him things and him be recording conversations. And, any recorded conversation of me, I don't consent to, right?
Right.
And so I just, it is, that's my thing is, it seems like he takes things that people are saying and he uses them for whatever. And it's like, I'll have a conversation with him. I'll be real, but I don't need it in a podcast.
Yeah. I guess when you do call him, I would just kind of I would just really level with him, bro, and tell him what's kind of going on with it, yeah, I think that's probably your best thing with it, because I don't think he's I think your best aspect is just kind of explaining your position with it to him, because yeah, Gordon just does this shit for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd say, so you said, you're waiting on that check. That check came Saturday. You said you'll just Zelle me as soon as you get it or whatever, and then I can just bring the iPads over. I guess once that happens, I'll talk with them about delaying it on,
I didn't say the check came Saturday. What I'm saying is the check was supposed to come Thursday, and I don't know when it's going to get here. I have someone going to check and see if it came yesterday or today, because no one was in the office yesterday because I'm dealing with my mom's situation. And if it's there, then I can get the money over to you today, Monday at the worst case. And then if it comes Monday, then I'll get it to you Monday. Whenever that check comes, I'm going to tell you between now and December 31st. I'll give you the money. I don't want to overpromise again.
No, I understand. Yeah.
So as soon as that check comes, or we have another deposit on Wednesday coming. So either that check or the deposit Wednesday, I'll get you the remainder of what's owed. So Wednesday at the latest. If the check comes sooner than that, then I'll give it to you. So
yeah, I'm just trying to, because I'm gonna try to talk with them about not doing that podcast, but I'm it's pretty hard to haggle with Gordon, bro. I'm gonna it's like tantamount to religion, but I'll try to go to bat with him for you.
You're going to bat to let him talk to me before he does this stuff.
Yeah.
So either way.
Okay.
Either way, let me know, and I'll call you here or text you. I got somebody going to the office. They said they'd be there before 1 o'clock and to let me know if the check came or not, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. So you let me know what he says, and I'll let you know about that check.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
All right. Rock on, brother.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Yep. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, you too.
How we doing, baby? Yo, got these, and then you said Zell would work for the other ones, is what he was mentioning.
Do what?
For the iPads and then the kind of balance.
The iPads and the balance of what?
For what's left.
Well, I need the iPads back, and then whatever balance is left. I mean, I've handed everything to my lawyer.
Yeah, so I thought we were gonna like just do everything at the same time.
Do what? You
Like-
thought I was gonna hand you cash?
Well, that's what a price
Morgan
is.
keeps talking shit. I'm not handing you anything. And you can talk. You guys signed those at $1,000 a piece, so you can keep the iPads, and I'll zero you out that way. Or I can grab the iPads from you, and whatever balance there is, I've handed the entire thing over to my lawyer.
Oh, I thought I was getting the cash and then handing you the iPads.
No one told you that.
That's what Bryce told me on the phone.
I just talked to him half an hour ago. He didn't tell me anything about that. It's up to you, dude. I don't really care.
Yeah,
My lawyer's taking care of it from here on out.
No, I understand. I'll just call Bryce, so that's cool then, brother.
Yeah, you gonna drop those off?
I'll just hang on to them for a second. That's cool, brother.
They're not yours.
I hear you. I'm just gonna call Bryce for a second. That's cool, because Bryce. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get back on my meeting then.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right, take care.
Hey, what's up, Bill Baker, CEO of NextLink. Nice to meet you, Gordon. As you could hear from Bryce Baker, I have a very high install percentage. Been a sales trainer my whole career, Bill. I approach it in a very unique way, and I teach it. Taken a lot of young people and made them very successful by my methodology and the way I go about things. And so that is actually how I met my new business partner. This young man is in his mid-20s, extremely intelligent, smart, hardworking, all those things. And had already started another venture with another protege. That wasn't working out. And we just jumped in and went for it. And that, Bill, is how I went to the West Coast to do that campaign for Light Curve Under Beyond. And that's how this all started. So we have an opportunity to cut to the chase. I have a suggestion. Why don't my new fiber company opens up August 1st in Louisville. We have a beautiful facility. We're going to have a call center in there that's already pre-built out. I'm going to run a fiber team. My background, Bill, is I spent 15 plus years in the credit card processing space, B2B, managing call centers for a lot of the big players in that industry. I invented an app, a compliance app. I'm a self-taught expert in telemarketing compliance. I was involved in our lobby called PACE for many years, helping to protect freedom of speech is the way I look at a lot of that stuff. I think some of the regulations in that space are completely politicized, and that's a whole nother conversation. My point being, Bill, is this call center was going down anyways before any of this started, and my partner and I were about to make a big push into the space. So I suggest that our new company, Precision Fiber, takes that opportunity over from Beyond Pro. We'll plug in Larry. Obviously, we want Larry out there in the field closing deals, right? He does a really nice job. And then from there, we'll expand on the relationship. But here's the win-win-win for everybody involved. Bill, when I was younger, I was a real successful capitalist. And it's my 10-year journey as an undercover journalist and being almost put in prison for 20 years because of capitalist, essentially, that I don't like it. I'm a socialist revolutionary with conservative flavor. Doesn't mean I'm a communist. It's a whole nother conversation. My point is, my business partner is going to be great. Long term, I'll play businessman for a little bit. We'll get all this going. But at the end of the day, my goals are to go around the country, city by city, and install a chapter of sharedthreads.org in every city. What is that, Bill? That's a philanthropic effort, a financial model I coined called philanthropayments, where we don't need a tax base, we don't need the government, we don't need NGOs. We can put in the ingredients of love and real philanthropy with no profit motive whatsoever. And one by one, we can help our fellow humans get off the street. For example, Bill, did you know in Arizona, there's $1 billion a year spent between tax money and NGO money a year in the state of Arizona? The homeless population has been like this for 5 years, 15,000. So we're going to start right here in Louisville. We're right in the downtown area, one by one, helping out our homeless homies. And we're going to do that with proceeds from our NextLink activations. So you're going to get a goodwill advertisement. You guys are going to be attached to such a wonderful piece of philanthropy. It doesn't cost you anything to your bottom line. And the install percentage, I guarantee you on the deals, my guys right, it's going to be the highest you've ever seen in your entire organization. Less waste, installers not going out and spending their time on fake appointments, et cetera, et cetera. Put a pencil to it on the spreadsheet. Every 1 percentage point of increased efficiency and installation is worth a lot of money. You and I both know that. So I'll make sure that number's solid for you with my people. You give us the opportunities to do business. We help out our fellow human beings. So win, win, win. That's all I got for now, Bill. Give me a call tomorrow. We'll get it going.
Hey, Mr. Gordon.
Hey, Larry, how's your day going?
Oh, it's going okay. Just kind of up in limbo. I'm looking. I don't know really what to do. I'm gonna wait.
Well, I'll tell you. Thanks for being patient, but I think I got everything kind of set up for a three-way win. All right. So here's what happened. So I got a call today. Well, she contacted me previous. Elena, you know Elena?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So she's also owed some NextLink stuff. But what I was able to determine and kind of pull out of her interview was the fact that very recently Bryce extorted her with money she had already earned to silence on social media. It's a very definitive crime because I'm about to play a tape tonight that my business partner trapped him. You know the call of me yelling at Bryce basically? Well, there's a 20-minute call before that where my business partner kind of pretended like, blah, blah, blah. So Bryce basically confessed a bunch of crimes to my partner too. So what I'm going to do tonight, bro, here's to get to the chase on what you texted me. My goal is to get your 28 grand out of NextLink for sure, dude. But what I'm going to pitch to them tonight is that number one, that happens, obviously. Number two, they immediately cancel the contracts. I'm going to ask the CEO tonight to award those same contracts to Precision Fiber, which is my company that we're just opening in Kentucky, which we've been building a call center model anyways for a couple months. And then I would like to just have you continue working. I think that would be the best solution and kind of solves the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I can keep my pay scale. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it'd be better than what you got now for sure, man. And the way I look at it too is I know you're kind of, I don't think you want the hassle of running a company. My partner and I are geared for it anyways. I think it's a win for everybody.
No, I don't want to. No, the only thing I would want to do is just work for NextLink and just that would be the only thing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's literally 15 minutes from my house.
No, for sure. And that's, you're already established in the market. It's your area. It sounds like you've done a great job. You know what the irony is? Can I tell you something, Larry, that's really funny?
Yes, sir.
You're going to hear in the video tonight when he's talking to my partner, Bryce actually says, Gordon, and I'm paraphrasing, but, I wrote like 18 deals and I installed 16, right? My install percentage is always extremely high because of the way I sell and train my guys. So literally, Bryce gave the public commercial of why NextLink should just go with my company anyway. Because I have processes where there's going to be a lot less waste, And so it's actually a good business decision. And then here's the kicker. I don't know if you've been on my philanthropy site yet. It's called sharedthreads.org.
Oh, yeah. One of my buddies sent that to me.
Yeah. So we're going to start a Shared Threads chapter in Louisville, and I'm going to take a percentage of every single fiber deal that comes in the door, and we're going to fund homeless guys to get off, and gals to get off the streets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you'll be a part of that too, and that's kind of my pitch to Nextlink publicly tonight. Is going to be like, hey man, it's not going to. You guys are going to. It's going to cost you $0. You're going to actually make more money on the spreadsheet because our deals will be cleaner, because our process will be better, and then your name gets to be associated with philanthropy. What else do you want?
The only thing that I would say that, because Robert texted this morning, the only thing that's holding them back from hiring me right now is a guy named Joe Anderson.
I already know about all that stuff, dude. You'll
Okay.
see when you see the podcast night. You'll understand. I just want.
I'm just checking. I mean, I don't want to go. I mean, I have been looking for jobs, and I'm just going to hold out for a couple of days and see what's up.
No, for sure.
I feel like we're on the right path for sure.
I do too. And it may not happen right in 2 seconds, but
No, I understand that.
I think we're going the right way for sure, bro. I'll tell you one thing. I know with the sheriff freezing his bank accounts, and with the referral I got going to the AG's office, bro, you have a better chance of getting that shit from Nextlink than you do from him. I'll tell you that.
No, I get that for sure. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, Larry. You've been great, man. Thank you. I'll be in touch.